Hey guys, it's Nick from Begin Fit here, and today I just want to go through a way to create your training programs. Okay, so the way I like to do it, I used to go through and pick every single exercise and pick exactly how many reps I should be doing per set of each exercise. And you know, after a week or two or three, you know, however long, you start to get bored and you want to change, and then your motivation isn't quite there. So I've come up with a different kind of approach to making like splits or programs at the gym and stuff like that. So the way I do it now is I take 2 or 3 major compound movements for each muscle group, and they are exercises that I do every single week. Like, they are the staple in my programs. Okay, so for example, chest, I do incline dumbbells first and then flat bench, and then the following week I'll do flat bench first and then incline dumbbells. And I'm also trying to keep a secondary incline movement in there, because the principal training, that's where you want to focus more on your weak areas. To start with, it doesn't matter as much, just go to the gym, enjoy it, lift. But the further you go, you'll start having to pinpoint, right, okay, my chest is developing but my upper chest isn't as prominent. So that's in my case, it's strong, my upper chest is strong, but the mass isn't there. So I need to hit it in different ways. It might not necessarily be the best thing to do is to hit it super heavy, because I've got strength there in my upper chest and it's still not quite growing to the rate that I want it to, so therefore maybe I need to train it slightly different. So that's something we can look at in a later video, different training principles and stuff. But when you're making a workout split or a workout program, whatever you want to call it, take a couple of major compounds. So for back, things like deadlifts, bent over rows, pull-ups, and for legs you've got squats, leg press, straight leg deadlifts. For chest, you've got any kind of benching movement, be it incline, flat, decline. For shoulders, you've got like military press, you've got side raises, upright rows, rear delt flies, etc, etc. After you've hit those 2 or 3 movements that are going to be in your program every single week, after that, have an extra 2 or 3 exercises that you can change around if you want. So you're still hitting each part, but instead of doing an incline dumbbell fly, you might do a pec deck fly, or you might do a raising cable fly. Or for shoulders, you might do, like, instead of doing a face pull, you might do rear flies. You know, so you've got a couple of movements in there that are going to be always in your program. Major compound muscle building exercises that you're going to use every single week, and then your accessory movements can vary, don't have to be the same every single week. So this is my new approach to training. Instead of hitting the same thing all the time, I'm going to take my 2 or 3 movements, I'm going to have them in there every single week. They're going to be the first 1 or 2, 3 things I do every single week, and then after that I'll be able to train and feel in what do I fancy, maybe swap in doing this first and then next week doing that first, etc, etc. A bit like what I'm going to start doing with my chest. I really want to get my flat bench stronger, but principal training, I know I need to work on my upper chest. So I'll be hitting my upper chest first 1 week, and then the second week I'll be hitting flat bench first, and just alternating them every week, trying to build them up as I go. But it's just a different way of looking at it for you guys. You know, instead of always doing the same thing every single week, some of you might get bored. I can't go to the gym, you know, it gets boring after a couple of weeks. Just make sure you get those couple of lifts in there that are going to help you progress each week, so you know that you are progressing. And then the second part of your workout, you know, just enjoy it. Take that, have that as your fun part, have that as your hard work. And obviously you're going to work hard in your second part, but don't go into it with such a must-do mentality. Go in there, smash it as hard as you can, but just with a bit of fun. You know, training, what's the point of doing something that you don't love? So you want to go in there, and if there's ways that you can change stuff up to make you continue to love it every single day, every single week, then that is what we've got to do. Let me know how you like this video. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know your training programs, your splits, like, you know, if there's any questions you want, let me know. And follow me on Snapchat, and you can ask me any questions on Snapchat and I'll be sure to reply to all of you. So that is nw.fitness. See you in the next one.